sitting here with pro drifter, mentor, speaker, and so much more, Jake Jones. I've just caught him on literally a 15-minute break. He is working around the clock at the moment. And he even said to me, do you reckon I should go and get changed? And I said, no, Jake, because people need to know that you are working so hard to fulfill your career in drifting. But yeah, would love for you to share with us why you chose to reach out to Think Tank, what you're doing right now, and we can touch on your media kit and anything else you want to share.
Yeah, well, you've just hit the nail on the head, really, Sam. Like, as you can see, I'm kind of in between jobs at the minute. I've got a little break that we can catch up on. And while we go over this, I just want to basically explain the whole reason I'm joining Think Tank and have been using Think Tank Social is because I don't have the time and the expertise that, you know, Think Tank has to basically make this successful outside of what I'm doing. You know, like I've got a day job. I'm trying to move to the side so then I can, you know, chase professional drifting full time. And, you know, I just literally don't have the time, resources, and knowledge that Think Tank have to fulfill that dream. So joining you guys has been the best thing that I could ask for, and we are definitely kicking goals. That's I can't say any more, but we're making strides, that's for sure. So I can't thank you guys enough.
Oh, thanks, Jake. And like, we love working with you, and guys like Jake, he's investing not only his time, effort, and energy in, he's investing his savings in. He's basically working hard and hustling hard where he is in his full-time job right now, which hopefully won't be for so long, and really investing into himself, investing into us to help him grow. So people sometimes say, oh, you're lucky, you know, you've made it to here, you're so lucky. And Jake is a real example of hard work, passion, determination, and he has so much energy. And that's why we just love working with Jake, because you go away and you tell him to do something, he does it. Like, never any excuses, massive action. That's where he is today. So Jake, we're just going to share the media kit that we've worked together on. And I'd love you to just talk a little bit through why you came to us for something like this, and I suppose some of the outcomes that have come off the back of developing a media kit.
So pretty much this, I mean, the media kit speaks for itself, really. Now, this is something that I've always not really I have sort of struggled with. Joining with Think Tank Social is just, I don't know, it kind of brings everything out in yourself and just makes it so clear to anyone that you're showing exactly who you are. You know, it shows your passions, shows your drive, all through, you know, literally a virtual experience of just seeing words and images. So, yeah, the best thing that I've done is definitely get you guys to do this media kit. It's a pure outline of who I am, what I'm about, and what I've achieved so far, and what we are, you know, really keen to achieve in the future. That's for sure.
I'm not going to take all the credit though, Jake, because you actually wrote this yourself. So tell the guys, why did you write it in first person, and why did you start it off from talking about when you were 13? Like, obviously you're storytelling on some level. You managed to just cram this all in a couple of paragraphs, or a little bit more than a couple, but tell us how you went about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, after speaking with you, Sam, we thought about, you know, the whole third person thing and that, and I just thought, well, if I just expressed exactly how I feel about the whole lot and how it all come about, the whole journey so far, and as soon as I sort of mentioned that to you, you were just, yeah, let's just do that. It sounds great. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's the truth. It's been my journey so far. And I mean, it just speaks for itself, like, and explains so much in a short amount of time. And yeah, it's just, it's the truth, I guess, you know.
It captures your attention, and I know if you haven't already, you're going to start to pop this on your LinkedIn about section as well. So again, really summing you up as a person, who you are, where you've come from, what you've done, and where you're headed. So let's move down to some very impressive social stats, which Jake has been incredibly patient in building up. This doesn't just come overnight, the success in terms of followers. It's been consistently uploading videos and content, even sometimes he's got very, very short amounts of time in the day and the evening. He always makes the effort to add value to his followers and fans and engage with them. So we've got some social stats here. That is very impressive, mate.
Yeah, so the social side of things, I've been working on that for a long time. And, you know, there's no secret to it. It's literally being yourself and literally putting out content that is exactly relatable to you and what you're doing. And I truly believe if you're trying to fake the whole social media side of things and trying to get followers in some magical way, it'll never work. Like, you just got to be yourself. People can see straight through that if you're not, and they love following the journey, and it proves there with the following we have.
Do you ever get up sometimes and just go, I just haven't got time, or I don't know about this social media content production thing anymore? Like, do you ever feel like that? And if you do, that's okay, please share. But like, we'd love to know what some of the things you've done to either rethink it or to push forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I was going through a stage there where I was only showing the highs from the whole journey, and I thought, I was going through my own feed, and I'm just like, this is crazy. I'm showing everyone all the good stuff. They're not seeing any of the bad stuff, or like the stuff you got to go through to get to where you are. So that's when I started the whole YouTube journey, and I literally put everything in there, from the crashes, like the breakages, the engine failures, the whatever happens, the missed flights, the baggage getting lost, like everything. And it just creates an awesome story that people can engage with and relate to as well, because it's just, life isn't perfect, and if you think it is, you're crazy.
Great, and you're like one of these people that doesn't take yourself too seriously. And I mean, I've seen you grow tremendously, not only in terms of the content you're putting out, but a person as well. Obviously, you have a lot more wisdom and life experience even than last year. And so, quick question, because a lot of athletes come to us, and people as a whole, actually. And I can't imagine you get too many trolls, because you are a generally lovely person, as most people are out there. But have you been put in situations at times where someone said some words to you which maybe hurt a little or are untrue? And if so, what are some of the things that you've told yourself, or what are some of the things that you've put it back out there and to just say, stay in your lane? Ever happened to you?
I think no matter what you're doing, you're gonna have hate, you're gonna have trolls. It's I don't know. I think it purely comes from jealousy. And I used to get a lot more of it when I was showing the highs. And now that I show everything, it's almost gone completely. Like, and if I do get hate or trolls or whatever, I respond to everyone, like anyone or everyone that gets onto my social media or sends me a message about anything. I'll respond to them. Doesn't matter what it is. Even if they're trying to be smart or whatever, you kill them with kindness. And then I don't know, it either puts them in their place without them even knowing, or they just accept it and go, you know what, this dude's too nice. I'm just going to leave him alone.
I love it, because I was going to say next, what would be some of the tips that you would recommend to others maybe going through the situation, but you've just answered it. Kill it with kindness, be yourself. Humility, obviously they're not going through the best part of their life right now, because they feel the need to pull you down. Yeah, it seems like I love the fact that since you've been showing your holistic self in terms of the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, that what you've just said was that you've had less hate than ever before, because you're really showing you now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and I still get the odd guys that they're subscribed to me on YouTube, and they'll be like, they don't even watch a video, but they go straight to the thumbs down, and just to try and get you. But I actually made a video about that. And what they don't realize is by them giving me a thumbs down, it creates more interaction through YouTube and actually makes my videos rank higher. So
you're grateful for those thumbs down too.
I actually thank them, and then they stop doing it for ages, and then they'll come back, and it's hilarious. But you just, like you said, they're probably having a real bad day. They're trying to bring themselves up by making you have a bad day or something, and you've just I don't know, even just sending them a message back saying, I hope you're all right. Like, it's that simple. It might actually turn them around completely, and they might not give you or anyone else hate ever again as well. So there's no point reacting to it. That's what I've learned, 100%.
There is wise words right there for everybody watching. Take this approach. It's clearly working for Jake, and he's really learned that, I suppose, over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So Good advice. Now, I always go off on a tangent. Let's just bring it back to the media kit before we wrap up, because I know that you're on your break and you're probably going to get called back in the next 5 minutes and you even haven't had a cup of tea or anything. So we'll be quick. So here we mentioned your audience. In terms of your followers, this is really important, I suppose, as well, isn't it, Jake, in terms of the brands that you want to become, I suppose, an ambassador for or an influencer for or to work with. This is really important to brands. And as we can see with Jake, he has a nice rounded audience there. Highly male, of course.
Yeah, like as you can see, the audience is very dominant with males, but yeah, like it's still a massive community no matter how you look at it, and a lot of them take advice from me now more than ever, with, like I said, showing the highs and lows, and you know, even if it's from me recommending a certain car part to make their life easier, all the way through to recommending them a vitamin to make them feel better. You know, like they actually listen to me and honestly believe in what I'm doing and how I go about it. So it's great. It's almost like a community now that we all work together as well. So if I'm not straight into the comments replying to a question, I've got, you know, fanatics now that will respond my exact answer to these other guys as well. So it's like a massive building group, you know. It's awesome.
It is, and like I've seen these guys walk through fire for you. I mean, there's some athletes, celebs out there will have millions and millions of followers, but they're not liking, engaging, and commenting and really caring about the community. And I think it's really obvious that you do. You like and respond to every comment, which is so important, and that's why you've developed that community you have. Hat tip to you, mate. So, oh my gosh, moving to the titles. Look at these. Wow, and you've just won one. Was it last week?
Yeah, so I had a streak of coming second place in a lot of events in 2019 and 20, and then to finish off the season last weekend, we took out the whole event, qualified first, won the top 10 shootout, won team drift, won the battles, and the overall weekend, like, it was just a complete clean sweep. And before I went into that weekend, they told me if I do get a clean sweep, I'll get third in the actual whole championship. And I wasn't able to do all 5 rounds because I was competing over in New Zealand. So even with only doing 3 rounds, because we got the clean sweep and maximum points, we ended up with third in the championship. So it was an awesome way to finish the season.
It's huge. Oh my gosh, like, what were you telling yourself? I'd be under so much pressure, I probably wouldn't be able to perform knowing that was the last opportunity.
It was really strange because I normally get real nervous before any event, and I truly believe as soon as you lose that, you've lost the passion. I think, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I still feel the same as when I was 20 years old competing, and I don't know. I just sort of went into the weekend, and on the Friday night before I went to bed, I just said, I know what I need to do. I need to go all out. I was expecting to literally go all or nothing. So every single run I was putting the car on the line, it was really risky. I was only like a few mil from the wall each single run, and that's what got me such a massive advantage over the whole field. And it was every single run the commentators were like, did he touch it? And they were going back on the live stream, and I was just nicking the wall every single time, going 150, 160 k's an hour. And I even sort of blew myself away when I was watching the footage back, and it was just so precise every lap, and that's what it took to get the clean sweep. So it was good.
It's discipline, dedication, focus, which is certainly everything you have and more. So just as we come to the end of the media kit, wow, to be able to get a testimonial like this from Shane Jacobson how did you manage to get that? Tell us a little bit about that.
So that was crazy. I had a speaking gig with one of my long-term sponsors, MTAA Super, and it was up in Queensland, and it was for MTA Awards night. And I had no idea who was going to be hosting the night, and then rocked up, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, do you know Shane Jacobson?" And he's a car nut. So outside of all his famous movies and everything he's done, I've known of him through his passion for cars. So, knew of him, sorry, didn't know him. And yeah, go in there and he's up there rehearsing and whatever. And went and met him, and he's just absolute top bloke. He's just one of those people that as soon as you meet, you just get along with straight away. He could tell I was nervous because speaking gigs, it's just like competing. You don't want to do anything wrong, so you just start getting nervous. And he gave me some tips straight off the bat without even knowing me, and it helped me through the whole night. He was just unreal. And then he obviously didn't know anything about me, and I gave the whole audience a bit of a spiel about my career and what I've done in China and whatnot. And just give the insight to the kids that are going into the workforce that pretty much if you want to chase something, it's, sky's the limit. If you put the effort in, you'll get the outcome. So, Shane heard my story and he sent me an email after. So if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. And I said, mate, it'd be awesome if you could give me an honest testimonial for the night. And
ask for it,
it come about, and he was more than happy to. So that was pretty unreal.
Pretty unreal. And like, as you know, Jake, it's like if you don't ask, you don't get, right? And there's a lot of athletes out there, and they sometimes feel they shouldn't ask. And I suppose what you're saying is, go and ask for it. The sky's the limit. Like, go and get it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, and that sort of knowledge didn't really come to me until I actually met you and the whole think tank social side of things. Like, it all really made sense once we started chatting, and you just reassured me how simple you can make things happen if you just ask. So that was a massive thank you to you as well, Sam. So
pleasure, treasure. We see so much in you. Again, like you're a massive action taker. So, and what I love about you is the fact that you'll just do it without any expectations of a no or a yes. You're just going to do it anyway because you're like, go out there, crush your dreams, and if you know that is going to help you get from here to here, then you're just going to do it anyway.
Definitely.
We're going to bring it to the last tiny bit on the media kit now. We've obviously got categories here. So for what purpose did you put these categories in, Jake?
It just gives you a broad overview of everything that relates to my whole journey, like it's everything here is something that is relatable to me and what I do. So if you think of anyone in that audience or in any of those categories, we're targeting them, and everything is relatable.
It is. And then your collaborations there, you've got so many brands, MTAA Super, cybersecurity, Oxice, if I've pronounced that correctly, Hypertune.
Well, that's exactly what they do, Sam. So that's perfect. That's perfect marketing. That's working there.
And I know that you give your rules to all of your sponsors, and like they invest in you, you invest back into them, right? You help them get what they want, they help you get what you want, which is ultimately to continuously fund you in your drifting career.
That's dead right. And there's always extra surprise.
Oh, there is. You go over and above all the time. So if there was a brand that was watching right now, they're like on the fence, they've watched your videos, they've got your media kit. What would one thing that you'd say to them if to kind of move the ticker? What would be one thing you'd say to them? On the spot. I've completely put you on the spot.
Yeah, you have. Like, I don't know. Like, what I'm like. I'm pretty modest, and I don't know. I just know, like, in my own world here, there's not too many. Well, I don't know, but
say it.
I just know that I can't work any harder than what I'm doing. Like I could, but I just decline it health-wise. But I don't know. I'm so passionate about this. It's ridiculous. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work, And like you said, going over and above is something that I shouldn't always do it, but I do. And last year I went a little bit crazy with it, and we created the Dream Big video. And kind of shocked all the sponsors, and that was a massive hit, which has just been nominated over in London for Best Creative Film.
Well done, you.
Yeah, and it's actually escalated the second one that we're about to start planning. So
Yeah.
that's another surprise.
Okay. Oh my God. So do we have to hold off on sharing this content until that happens?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Note to Patrick, the video editor, hold that bit, cut that bit for now.
But yeah, I don't know. I suppose, yeah, I don't know. I just so badly want to make this work that I don't think, I shouldn't say it like this, but I don't think you're going to find someone more passionate and hardworking. You know what I mean? Like, I want it that bad, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So,
and we've seen that with you, Jake. I think sometimes when we probably don't find the right chosen set of words to speak with brand managers and marketing managers, but we know the goal that you've got in your community and like how they walk through fire for you and how they consume your videos and how they take on board what you suggest. It's like, I suppose for you now, it's probably finding that right brand, isn't it? That goes, I understand how that world works and I want to be a part of it. And that's what you're looking for.
Definitely. You know, like you hit the nail on the head there for sure.
Well, thank you for your time. You're probably like straight off now. Hopefully you'll get time for a cuppa or a Red Bull or something like that.
Definitely.
But thank you again, Jake. You're an inspiration to many, and I know you will empower many as well to take that next step. If they're holding back right now, just do it. Jake's doing it. No excuses. Not even trying.
Thanks, Sammy, and thank you, Think Tank Social. It's been amazing.
Pleasure. Bye.